This time I'd like to call the order the Monday, October 5th, 2020 City of Vandalia Council meeting. We'll start with a moment of reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, we have no approval of previous minutes, nor do we have any communications, petitions, or awards. And that brings us to public hearings that will be held tonight. Ordinances in their second reading. According to our city charter, we have to hold public hearings for all emergency ordinances and ordinances read in their second reading. Tonight we have two of them, which is Ordinance 20-26 and Ordinance 20-27. So at this time, I'd like to open up a public hearing. If anybody would like to speak on either of those two ordinances, please state your name and address and your comments for the record. All right. Being none, I'll close the public hearing. And that brings us to comments from interested citizens. So again, if you'd like to make a comment, please step to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and your comments.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Gail Daffler, and would you like my work address or my home address? Huh?
Work address is fine.
Okay. It's 660 South Main Street, Dayton, Ohio. And this is Trent Smith.
Hi.
And we both work at Goodwill Easter Seals,
Yep.
Miami Valley.
Same address.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us come here to talk about prescription medication safety. As we all know, October the 24th is right around the corner, and that is the DEA Take Back Day. We would like to encourage all of our community members to look through their homes, look to see what medications you no longer use, and to dispose of those medications in a safe way. One of the ways that is safe to dispose of your medications is to go to the local drop boxes. The one that is here in Vandalia is at the police department. There's also several at different pharmacies. So we really encourage all of our community members to go through their homes to see what medications they no longer use, to reduce access to misuse in our own homes. Another way, if you can get one out here.
Sure.
This is a medication disposal pouch, and we're leaving Vandalia with 50 of these. If you would like more, please let us know. This is a safe and easy way for our citizens to dispose of medications right in their own home. So we're not flushing the medications and getting the medications into our water systems. This has activated charcoal inside, so it neutralizes the medications. This holds up to 45 pills, 6 ounces of liquid, or 6 pain patches. All you have to do is rip open the top.
Rip it open? No.
If you want to, go right ahead, Trent.
I'll probably do that. Take off the top.
Okay. And then you just open it up. And we're going to pretend like we have some water and then some medication. So I have a magic bottle here. There we go. So we're pretending, and then you just fill it up with water halfway. That'll actually expand. It'll fizzle, and then you know that that's working, okay? And then all you have to do is throw that away into the trash.
Yep.
It's environmentally friendly, and we have these. We have lots of these to give away to our community members. So if you know of anybody that would like more, please let us know, because we want to get this out to as many community members as possible. The next thing is we want to make sure medication is stored in the best way possible. And so where do you store your medications in your home? Do you have them locked up? Are they in the bathroom? Are they in the nightstand? Do you have them in a safe? So we encourage everybody to have their medications locked up, especially opioid medications, because of all the misuse that could possibly happen. With our prescription medication safety campaign, we do have a limited amount of lock boxes available for community members who are using pain medication to help keep their family safe and their loved ones safe. They can just contact us at Goodwill. And my telephone number is area code 937-684-0316. Just let me know, and I can connect them with a lockbox if that is something that is they need then as well. Also, the last thing is have a better rapport with our physicians. Ask more questions when you're being prescribed a new medication. And we encourage people to look at other pain management options, whether that's maybe taking something that is not an opioid medication, maybe working with a physical therapist, working with a chiropractor. So seeing what other pain management options are available for us so we can be safer with our medications, and asking more questions from our medical team. Tech Charge Ohio has a really great list that our community members can go to, and they can take that list to their physician's offices with them. Also, make sure they take their medication list every single time they go to a physician's office, so that all their practitioners can know what they're taking, so they don't have any drug interactions that could be harmful for their health. So thank you so much for letting us speak at your council meeting. And we'll leave you with these gifts here. And if you need more, please let us know. We would be happy to come out and give you more then.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming tonight. We appreciate it. It's a lot of good, valuable
Thank you so
information.
much. Where would you like these at?
Yep. Is there anyone else that would like to make any comments? Okay. We'll move on to our city manager report. We have some information items. Chief Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The only information item to share tonight is regarding to the October 31st Halloween trick-or-treat. And that is that Beggars Night will be held in the city of Vandalia on Saturday, October 31st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we will be following the Ohio Department of Health's social distance guidelines and encouraging all participants from the city to follow those guidelines in their trick-or-treating.
Okay, thank you. We have no old business, and that brings us to our first resolution of the night, and that being Resolution 20-R-57. Mr. McDonald, by title only.
A resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Montgomery County Budget Commission has approved the city's property tax rate of 4.14 mils for 2021. The city's inside millage of 1.84 mils is composed of 1.54 mils for the general fund, with an estimated revenue of $518,883, and 0.30 mils for the police pension fund, with an estimated revenue of $101,081. Inside millage refers to the 10 mil property tax limitation that can be established without voter approval. Various taxing units may seek to levy tax on the same property, but the total amount of unvoted taxes actually levied may not exceed the 10 mils. The city's voted outside millage is 2.30 mils for the general fund, with an estimated revenue of $774,955.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move that we approve Resolution 20-R-57 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Lewis and a second by Councilwoman Farsh that we approve Resolution 20-R-57 as presented. Are there any comments?
I raise it every year that 4.14 mils in property tax is not increased in the city of Vandalia, I believe, since 1983. The majority of our income, as it relates to income and expense for the city, is generated by income tax, which has been done via economic development. So that's a record, I think, that as a council and really as a city that we all should be very proud of. There aren't many jurisdictions, any jurisdiction that hasn't had a property tax increase in over 30 years. So something I'm glad that we've done.
Thank you. Good points. Anything else? Call the roll.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick, Yes. Excuse me, Councilmember Faris,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ayers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-58. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution establishing a summer meeting schedule for the months of June, July, and August 2021.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. During the months of June, July, and August, City Council would meet once per month on the third Monday of each month. Council's workshop would begin at 6 p.m. with the council meeting at 7 p.m. The official dates for 2021 would be June 21, July 19, and August 16.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 20R58.
Second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Ayers and a second by Councilman Blakesley that we approve Resolution 20-R-58 as presented. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Faris,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ayers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-59. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution waiving the formal bidding and authorizing the purchase and installation of hands-free plumbing fixtures at various city facilities.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The City of Vandalia has received CARES Act funding from Montgomery County for city expenses related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Staff wishes to use a portion of this funding to install hands-free plumbing fixtures at various city facilities. This project will include the installation of the following plumbing fixtures at specified city facilities: 35 automatic battery-powered with manual backup flush valves at the Justice Center, Municipal Building, Fire Stations 1 and 2, and Castle Hills Clubhouse; 52 battery-powered sensor restroom sink faucets at the Justice Center, Municipal Building, Fire Stations, Senior Center, Castle Hills Clubhouse, and Recreation Center; 20 battery-powered sensor kitchen sink faucets at the Justice Center, Municipal Building, Fire Stations 1 and 2, Senior Citizen Center, and Park Maintenance Garage; and 4 bottle-filled drinking fountains at the Justice Center, Recreation Center, and Park Maintenance Garage. And due to the strict timeline in regards to CARES Act fundings, staff asked that council waive the formal bidding process and award the project to Heater Plumbing in the amount of $61,479.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 20-R-59 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Faris and a second by Councilman Follak that we approve Resolution 20-R-59 as presented. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Faris,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ayers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-60. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution awarding the bid for the parking lot asphalt maintenance project at Helke Park and the Vandalia Recreation Center to A to Z Asphalt Contractors, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $40,000.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The 2020 capital improvement budget dedicated $40,000 to asphalt maintenance for the parking lots at Helke Park and the Recreation Center. The city received 4 bids for this project, with A to Z Asphalt submitting the lowest and best price per square foot. The total project cost is not to exceed $40,000.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I'll move to approve Resolution 20-R-60.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Follak and a second by Councilman Blakesley that we approve Resolution 20-R-60 as presented. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Faris,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ayers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-61. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution with respect to the COVID-19 pandemic in compliance with the provisions of Section 5001 of the Federal Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Securities Act.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The City of Vandalia has received $323,043.38 in CARES Act funding from Montgomery County for city expenses related to the COVID-19 pandemic. This resolution acknowledges that all expenditures are necessary due to the current public health emergency with respect to COVID-19 and comply with Section 5001 of the Federal Coronavirus Relief and Economic Security Act, known as the CARES Act.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, I'm sorry, I missed the entire first sentence of that resolution. If I could just read it again. It should say, declaring certain expenditures of the city as necessary due to the public health emergency with respect to the COVID-19 pandemic in compliance with the provisions of Section 5001 of the Federal Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Securities Act.
Thank you for the clarification. Can I have a motion?
I'll still move that we approve 20R-61.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Lewis and a second by Vice Mayor Ehlers that we approve Resolution 20-R-61 as presented. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have no ordinances in their first reading. We do have two ordinances in their second reading, the first one being Ordinance 20-26. Mr. McDonald?
An ordinance approving the updated comprehensive plan of the city of Vandalia.
Thank you. Chief Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. Staff, along with the planning consultant OHM, have been working over the last year and a half to draft a new comprehensive plan for the city. OHM and staff used feedback gained in the public engagement portion of the planning process along with the best practices to form the plan. This plan consists of 6 main elements: identity and brand, land use, mobility, housing, economy, and parks and public space. In addition to the main element, 3 geographic areas were determined to be areas of focus. These 3 areas are the National Road Corridor, downtown, and the Miller-Benchwood area. Staff presented the comprehensive plan in a joint planning commission and city council meeting on June 6th. Feedback provided during this joint meeting was incorporated into the plan. A list of these modifications provided in the council packets. The planning commission reviewed the final draft on August 25th and voted 4-0 to recommend approval of the adoption of the comprehensive plan and amendment to the future land use map.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move to approve ordinance 20-26 in the second reading.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Follak and a second by Councilman Blakesley that we approve Ordinance 20-26 in its second reading. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Ordinance 20-27. Mr. McDonald?
An ordinance amending the Personnel Policies and Procedures Manual of the City of Vandalia.
Thank you. Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The proposed personnel policy amendment provides direction to department heads or any other employee working directly under the supervision of the city manager, a process for addressing a problem or complaint against the city manager.
Thank you. Have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve ordinance 20-27.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Blakesley and a second by Councilwoman Fairst that we approve Ordinance 20-27 in its second reading. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
and Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have no emergency ordinances, and that brings us to reports from boards and commissions. Council, you've had opportunity to review the Board of Zoning Appeal minutes of August 12th, 2020, the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board minutes of February 19th, 2020, the Parks and Recreation Advisory draft minutes of September 16th, 2020, and the Planning Commission meeting minutes of September 8th, 2020. Are there any comments? And that brings us to council comments. Mr. McDonald. Chief Althouse.
The only thing is to remind you, we will have the 2021 proposed budget workshop scheduled for Tuesday, October 20th and Wednesday, October 21st, both beginning at 5 p.m. here in council chambers with social distancing guidelines and utilization of face coverings.
All right. Thank you. Councilwoman Woods?
No,
Thank you. Councilman Follak.
Yes, I just have 2 things. One, For the Fire Division and the Firefighters Association, hence my attire this evening. Just want to recognize them for their breast cancer awareness program that they've been doing for at least the past 10 years. It benefits a number of charities in the past, such as the Pink Ribbon Girls and the Firefighters Cancer Network. So again, just supporting the Fire Division and the Firefighters Association for that effort. And also, I was contacted by Greg Atherton from the Vandalia Butler Alumni Association. They are planning a celebration to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the merger of the Vandalia and Butler Township schools. And they are looking for representation by the city on that committee. So he asked me to see if there was a council member that would be willing to participate in that, and or a city staff person that could represent the city on that planning committee. So I told him I would pass it along this evening. I've got his email address if anyone's
Alumni Arts.
interested. So
I think you'd be excellent on that committee.
I have a time commitment. But thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Pollak. Councilwoman Farst.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Councilman Lewis.
The only comment I had is I would like to thank all of the members of the public and the staff that put an enormous amount of work into creating the comprehensive plan, which we approved this evening. That represents probably a lot of money, a lot of time and effort for over at least 2 years. And those people did a really great service for the community, and I want to thank them.
Thank you. Councilman Blakesley.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Vice Mayor Ehlers.
I'm good, thank you.
I have no comments.